Jason, was that the best possible get well message to send to the manager?
Yeah, it certainly was. Said to the players before the game to go and deliver a performance that the manager would be proud of, and they certainly went out and delivered that.
Have you spoken to Eddie in the last 24 hours or so, and how was it?
Yeah, I had a message from him just before I come to do the press, congratulating the team and the performance and the work from everybody. He was able to watch the game, and I'm sure that performance would have put a smile on his face.
Thank you. Luke?
How is he? Have you got any sort of updates? Is he still in hospital? Was he at home now?
No updates. Since obviously not really had the opportunity to speak to him properly, just received a text message before I come to do the media, so I'm sure as soon as there's any update, then you guys will probably be the first to know.
How proud are you of the players in the way they've responded? Because it would have been a slightly strange week for them, a slightly difficult week, but that is everything that an Eddie Howe team should be, wasn't it, today?
Super proud of the players. Not surprised, because we've got a fantastic group of players, got some great leaders within that. And it's at times like this when the manager is not there and he's not there to lead the team that you have to step up individually and collectively. And everybody certainly did that today. So, really proud of the players to go out and deliver the performance that they did today against a good Manchester United team. I'm sure everyone would be proud of them.
Thank you.
Thanks, Luke. Go to George, Chris, and then Craig. George?
Hi, Jason. Can you explain a little bit about your role today, how it's different for you?
Oh yeah, obviously it's different when you're obviously stepping in to lead the team in the absence of the manager. It's always going to be slightly different. This week was slightly different, having to sort of prepare the team. But we've worked together for so long now. We've been together for 17 years. We know the expectations and the demands set upon ourselves individually and what we set upon the rest of the group. And it's then down to the players to take that information on board and go out and deliver a performance. And they certainly went out and did that today.
He obviously missed his first game. Your first game, that was kind of intrinsically involved throughout that whole day. Did he have any involvement at all in picking the team, naming the team, any part of that?
No, I think the team probably picked itself from recent performances, but where he was ill and he was unable to be in, he put his trust in myself and the work and the rest of the support staff to go out and sort of deliver the performance. He trusted that if decisions needed to be made and tweaks needed to be made, that we'd make the right choices and make the right decisions. And thankfully that happened today. And as I say, I'm sure he'll be really proud of the players' performance.
Thanks, George. Chris?
Hey Jason, on Friday you were saying at that point you thought that Eddie would be here today. At what point did that sort of change and that you realised you were going to have to lead the team?
Probably Saturday morning. Chris, obviously, he got taken into hospital on Friday evening. He was poorly, and sort of from that moment on was very unlikely that he wouldn't be here to lead the team today. As I say, but he put his trust in myself and the rest of the group to go out there and to make the right calls to hopefully deliver the performance that we did today. And thankfully we did that, and I'm sure he'll be super proud of everybody.
And all the players who have said obviously very positive things and have said well wishes, but then did they come to you and ask how he was and try to get updates from you?
Obviously, in a moment like that, when your leader's not there, especially someone like Eddie, we've worked together for 17 years, and I don't think he's ever missed more than a day or two during that time. And it's only the second ever game that I've had to sort of step in and fill them shoes, and both of them was here in Newcastle, Brentford, and then again today. So that just goes to show that he must have been sort of unwell to not be able to lead the team. But super proud, and the most important thing for us today was to deliver a performance that you'd be proud of, and the lads certainly did that.
Craig?
Jason, this must have been a really difficult 48 hours for you. You're not just stepping in for a touchline ban here, and Eddie is not just a colleague, he's a long-time friend and teammate as well. Have you been able to seek any reassurance from him other than the text conversation you've just had half an hour ago, has there been any other contact?
No, we've not had any contact for a couple of days, other than the sort of odd message. He put his trust in myself and the work and the support staff to make the right calls and do what we felt was right. And credit and testament to Eddie himself for that. But as I say, we've worked together for a long time now. We know the expectations we put on ourselves and the group. And the most important thing for myself and for the players was that, as I said, we went out and delivered a performance he'd be proud of, and I'm sure he will be that.
Did you personally have a lot of emotion today? I guess I'll touch on he is not just a colleague.
No, of course. Sent him a couple of messages today. He was hugely missed, certainly for me. As I say, it's only the second time in 17 years that we've not been side by side, and did miss him. You miss your leader when he's not there. But testament and credit to everybody else to be able to step into them shoes, big shoes to fill. He's one of the best managers around, and credit to everybody to be able to go out and deliver the performance that they did. And as I say, I'm sure he'd be proud of that.
Just last suggestion, do you expect us to be in charge on Wednesday as it stands?
Not sure, Craig. As yet, we've not spoken on the phone for a few days now. Obviously, I was delighted to receive the message after the game, and he was able to watch the game. So, hopefully the result and the performance would have, put a smile on his face, and he'd be in good spirits. And the sooner the manager's back, the better for everybody.
Thanks, Craig. We'll to Mark, Lee, and then to Don, please.
You will have heard the crowd singing Eddie's name as well. It's obvious how much the people of Newcastle love Eddie. Was that an emotional moment as well, hearing them sing?
Of course, Eddie's top manager, one of the best that there is out there, and I stick by that. I've always believed it, and I'm so pleased that the success, certainly at this football club, that he's brought. So it was an emotional moment, of course. He means the world to myself, the rest of the staff, the players. And the sooner he's better and able to come back to work, then the better for everybody.
What does it say about the team and the leaders you've got in the group that they were able to play like that, even though, like you said, they haven't won every year?
Full testament to the group of players that we've got. It's times like these when you have to stand up and be counted. When your leader's not there to lead, then you need other people to come to the front and to lead and set the examples that they need to be able to go and deliver a performance to win the game, and full credit to the lads for going out there and doing it.
Thanks, Mark. Lee?
Jason, you can move to third place if you beat Crystal Palace, and you're in exactly the right mode going into the running now.
Yeah, at the start of the season we wanted to try and finish as high up the league as we could. We knew it would be incredibly difficult because there's so many good teams in the Premier League. It's probably the best league in the world, and every result that you get in the Premier League is incredibly tough. There's so many good sides, and you have to be at your best week in, week out to be able to do that. And full credit to the players. Certainly after the emotions and the high of the cup final, to come back after that and deliver the performances and the results that they have done. Full credit to them. But we know now we've got an important game against Crystal Palace on Wednesday. 7 cup finals left, and we have to go out and deliver the same type of performance like today.
You've got Joe Linton off just as things were getting a little bit spicy.
Yeah, Joey is a phenomenal player. What he gives the team, his passion, his desire, his commitment, it's there for everybody to see. So it was important at that stage that we was able to bring off a few of the players to rest their legs. We've got a busy week coming up. And Joey's a passionate guy. As you say, he's on 9 bookings as well, so it was important that he come off for that reason.
The fans today, they bought into everything. The way you started the game, Dan Burn putting that tackle in, setting the tone. It seemed like there was good synergy around the stadium.
Yeah, there was, and as I say, when I say everybody plays their part, it's not just the players, it's the coaching staff, the support staff, but it's also 53,000 fans here at St James's Park. We know what a difference they make and how they can influence the team, and they were certainly right behind the lads today. Obviously, we have to give them that opportunity to get behind us. We wanted to be aggressive today. We certainly did that, especially second half, and that helped, and the fans played a huge part in it.
Thanks, Lee. Dominic at back and then Kieran.
You just touched on the second half. Obviously, going in 1-1 at half time, what was the message to the players that got that great reaction so soon after half?
Had to make a couple of adjustments to our press. Felt we was probably a few yards off. Certainly down the left-hand side, wasn't getting close enough to be able to regain the ball and to stop Manchester United's forward passes. And thought in the second half we closed them gaps and the distances was a lot shorter. We was a little bit more aggressive, and I certainly thought that helped us, especially in the second half, and we was able to have a lot more regains, create a few chances, and off the back of it we scored a couple of good goals.
Kieran Trippier took a few knocks, he went off. Is he okay, and just how important has he been in this recent run of 5 weeks?
He's been really, really important, Kieran. He's a fantastic player, leader, character. But he come off, he's fine, but we're just protecting him a little bit at that stage of the game. We've got a busy week coming up, and when you get into the last 10 minutes and you're 4-1 up, you sort of get that luxury to be able to sort of take a few players off and save their legs a little bit.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.